Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fan Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have T. Wright, Professor Flowers, and Gatwood in the house. What's up, gang?
Good, man. Good. How y'all doing?
Hey,
Good.
we made it through the holidays. Well, we got still New Year's, but we made it through Christmas. I hope y'all
That's
had
the
a good
most
Christmas.
important one.
I know. Man, it was a busy, basically a whole busy week for us. We had something to do on Friday. Of course, get the house prepared because my family was coming down. So we were hosting. So we were just cleaning all day Christmas Eve. You know, you gotta have the house spotless when the mama walk in. So, you know. What about y'all? What y'all do for Christmas?
Hey, you walk your
I did what?
that gospel
Nah.
music in the morning, bro.
Nah, man.
So they know it's time. You know when you wake up to that gospel music, it's
This
time
guy,
to pay
yeah. Hey, trying to stay in bed a little bit longer, but she waking you up at crack of dawn.
I ain't got to worry about that yet.
Yeah, so y'all had a good Christmas?
Oh, yeah, man. Definitely spent well with family and all, man, with gifts and all, you know, just the season of giving and, you know, remembering the reason why we were celebrating. So,
yep. What's they say? The reason for the season.
It was good to have NFL on Christmas this year. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, most definitely. It kind of threw me off that they had games on Christmas Eve. It didn't feel right for some reason. It just didn't. Yeah, it didn't feel right. But I enjoyed, of course, the Saints' victory. But I'm gonna get into what I think about all that. But we're gonna dive into the first game. I think it was Saturday. Yes, first game of the Saturday was the Bills versus Bears. The Bills beat the Bears 35-13. Flowers, are you still concerned about Josh Allen turnovers?
I am concerned because the ball goes through him so much. So, if Josh Allen's continuing to make all these turnovers, and I think the Bills are second in giveaways only to my Colts that are first. The Bills are turning over the ball too much, and I understand that they got Josh Allen and company. You know, it kind of makes up for that. But, you know, as the season goes on and, you know, things become a little tighter and a little more meaningful, you know, them turnovers going to have to come down because it'll be that one that'll bite you in the butt.
I know, man, because he threw a bad interception near the red zone. It was double coverage. Then he had another one in the fourth. I don't get it, man. They allowed him to throw in some type of coverage. And I wonder, is it almost like they treat him like Brett Favre? You just gonna get the good with the bad, and you just gotta roll with it. Yeah, well, you think that was the defense telling themselves like, hey, you know, the offense liable to turn the ball over, but we gotta make up for it either way possible.
I mean, I don't know if it's to the Brett Favre extent. He has been turning the ball over a lot lately, which is concerning because I don't know if he's going to turn the ball over like that. I don't know if they're going to be able to beat the Chiefs or the Bengals with turnovers like that in the playoffs. But I mean, as a defense, though, I mean, he can do a lot more than Brett Favre can do. I mean, Brett Favre was great; he's a gunslinger like that. But I mean, you got to think about Josh Allen's legs and just But I know what you mean. Though. He is known to turn the ball over a little bit lately.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, his turnovers. And how y'all noticed the Bill run defense has been suspect, man. The last like 3 or 4 games, they've been getting gashed. So
Wrong
if you
time of
can't
the
stop
year.
the run, yeah, that's the worst time to be getting a huge runs. You seen Montgomery, he had a costly fumble, but other than that, he had a pretty good game. I know what I want to ask y'all. Do y'all want to look at the game picks real quick? Don't look at the game pick standings.
Let him out.
Let's go and get to it. I forgot I wanted to start it off with game picks, but you know how it is.
I think I have it.
Let me see if I can. I know I just had it. Here it is. All right, that's the game pick standings right there.
Man, you must have
T right, baby. You gotta catch up now.
He slowly slipping into the abyss.
I'm saying. What was your record this week?
Flowers on my tail.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get.
The records were I went 11-5, Flowers went 11-5, Tyler you went 10-6, RC went 10-6, and Gatwood went 10-6.
Okay, I knew I didn't do that great this week.
But we all did great. It just everybody's stacked up, so
Yeah.
every game is valuable right now. That's why Tyler's slipping back because I'm just beating him one game every week, and that's why I'm right behind RC now. RC had a couple bad picks, but he made up for it on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
So Tyler, that
Sunday
pie,
was a bad day.
Yeah, it was. Tyler, that pie's coming. What kind you get? You getting lemon rain? What kind you getting?
He said I could taste
Getting
it.
cheesecake? Hey, get something that you like, man, that you eat after.
You eat, that's
You
right.
best believe I'm eating.
Don't waste it.
Oh man, I don't know. Well, we have 2 more weeks left, so you might still have a chance to catch up. So, let's go on to the Saints and the Browns. The Saints beat the Browns 17-10. T. Wright, are the Saints still alive, or do we have a chance?
I would say we have it because we're 6-9. I think the Bucks are 6-9 too.
The Bucks are 6-8. No,
7-8.
7-8.
Oh, okay. We got a slight, but I don't think because I think they got.
They have the Panthers this coming up
They
week.
The Bucks beat the Saints twice.
Yeah, so the Bucks beat the Saints twice. So we actually need the Panthers to beat the Bucks.
The Bucks need to lose twice.
Yes,
Y'all
Bucks,
need to win out.
Yep.
Ain't looking good for us.
So let's look at the hold on, let me who the Bucks play? Cardinals?
They
Yeah,
played
the
the Cardinals.
this week.
Yeah.
So the Bucks schedule, their last 2 games is the Cardinals and Panthers. I mean the Panthers and Falcons. My bad.
Yeah.
They'll win out with it.
Yeah, Saints have Eagles and Panthers.
Panthers might mess around and beat them though.
Yeah. Where's his Panthers
Yeah,
and
but
Bucks
we got to
game
play
at?
the Eagles though.
You said where the game's at, Flowers?
Where the Panthers and Bucks game at?
It's in Tampa.
That Carolina is a scary team, man. They oh my goodness. They 1 week they'll play you well, and 1 week they don't. The main thing with Carolina, if Tampa Bay can stop their run game, they'll beat them. But if Carolina able to run the ball, then they're gonna have some trouble. And get a turnover too, they're gonna be in trouble.
Yep, I agree.
What's so crazy about the Saints? We wait this late to time to string together wins. Like that's what I hate about the Saints. They always do this. They wait till late in the season. Like, okay, let's start winning now.
Ain't no pretty wins though.
Y'all should have been doing that. Yeah, these have been tough wins, but they should have been grinding these out a long time ago. It don't make no sense. But it was cold, and Deshaun, he's still looking iffy. Gatwood, I know. What did you see from Watson? He's still trying to get into it.
Yeah, and also Amari Cooper dropped a touchdown in the end zone.
He did. He slipped and fell.
Yeah.
That's right.
And on that last drive, they dropped 2 touchdowns in the end zone. Njoku dropped one. I know you saw that one.
him. I think him in the chest or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, and he completely just missed it. I mean, I think the conditions had a lot to do with it too, because I mean, it was really a run-heavy game, just because of the conditions. It's hard to base a quarterback off of a game like that too.
I agree.
But like, I mean, it was really a running game.
So, what do you think the Browns need to do next year to improve themselves?
I mean, they're first round picks of the Texans, so they can't really improve that much with the draft. But I mean, I think they have a bright future next year. I mean, just having a full year of Deshaun is going to help.
What will you improve if you?
I think I'd go get another target, another receiver. Their pass rush ain't bad. Obviously you got Myles Garrett. I feel like they need to get another corner on the other side of Denzel Ward, maybe a safety. But I mean, they have pieces for sure.
They just need to put it all together, and just be patient with Sean. I'm pretty sure he'll get it together at some point. It's just been away from football for a long time. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're not gonna stay too long with this game. The Texans beat the Titans 19-14. I believe that's it for the Titans. I believe they've been put out, if I'm not mistaken.
Not yet, but it's coming.
Them and the Jaguars are both 7-8.
Okay, that's what it is. So they weren't completely eliminated yet, but it's like you said, it's coming though, because they've been.
It's a bad loss.
So I'm gonna ask y'all this: Mills. I mean, he's still showing stuff. I mean, he had a pretty good game. Texans need to stick with. What do they need to do? I mean, Mills. I know we said it last time they need to draft a quarterback, but
he's not the guy though. He's not the franchise guy.
I don't think.
Why are you saying that?
I mean, I've been watched a lot of the Texans this year. I watched a few of his games, but he'll never get them over the hump. I mean, he's a watered down version of Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, that's pretty bad. Like, he's below mid.
But he can run. He can run.
I don't know. I think they got the number one pick, man. You got to take a quarterback. I mean, if they believe in Bryce Young.
I don't believe in Bryce Young.
I
think they should, especially after all the mess they've been through with Deshaun.
They need receivers.
The D-Hop thing, I think
they need a lot.
So, Fowler, what you about to say about David Mills?
Well, for the past 2 or 3 games, they've been running a 2 quarterback system.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you all you need to know right there. I mean, if they believe in Davis Mills so much, why do they rotate quarterbacks?
Who was the other guy? Olaski or something?
Jeff Driscoll.
Driscoll, that's the name. Driscoll.
Mm-hmm. You rotate them. I mean, it worked. It's working, but you can't sit up here and split reps between quarterbacks in the NFL. That's not going to work because you're not allowing people to get into a true rhythm. Now, whether they draft Bryce Young or whomever, I like Bryce Young. He just scares me because of his size.
Mm-hmm.
I've been riddled with injuries with quarterbacks, so when we take one in the future, I think it needs to be someone that's big and physical, but that's another story for another day. But the Texans, man, they hold a lot of draft value. So, I mean, this league is a league that you can change from a year. I mean, we see them competing with people. I don't know how many people picked the Texans. I know I picked them this week. I just feel like they were due for a win.
Just you?
Yeah, I just feel like they were due for a win. I mean, they played Kansas City tough. In the last 2-3 games, they played everybody tough, one possession, overtime games. They're going to get another one here and there, but I hope they win. They might beat us in 2 weeks. I hope they do. Move us up a little bit more.
So you can move up a little bit more. So what y'all think of Willis? You're not liking what you see in Gatwood?
I mean, it hasn't been much, but so far what I've seen, it's not looking good. He's not a pocket guy, like a pocket passer. Mm-hmm. He doesn't look comfortable in the pocket at all.
So you saying that have to motion him a lot, like run different bootlegs, just to roll him out some. Almost like they could, almost like a Russell Wilson. You married young Russell Wilson, he was always on the move. throwing the
You
ball.
can't count him out yet though. It's only been a couple games.
Yeah,
He's raw. He's so raw.
Exactly.
he
Who is he
He's a raw
throwing to?
talent.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, Traylon
Nobody.
Burks and Hooper.
What RC
Hooper.
say? Key Sweat.
Austin Hooper.
Yeah, Austin
Hooper.
Hooper.
RC, Keith Sweat. That's what we're throwing to.
Nobody. So hey, that's something to keep an eye on. What the Titans gonna do? Like, are they gonna? I don't know. Tannehill's contract looking like right now, but I don't know if they're gonna sit on him.
If they probably can get from their contract, they'll get from it. You got to think though, they getting a new GM and all, so that the new GM might not be investing in Malik Willis.
That's true. True.
We'll see.
We see how the loyalty is. Just ask Josh Rosen.
I know that's
what
right.
happens when new management come in. All right, Seattle. That's the next game. Yeah, Seattle lose to the Chiefs 24-10. Again, T. Wright, is Patrick Mahomes the MVP?
Yes, sir. He is.
Wow. Okay.
I seen somebody make this point. He's got. Is that surprising to you?
I mean, not really, but it's just wild. Like, because he won it so many times. Like, what, he won it once and now he's gonna win it again?
Has Patrick Mahomes won an MVP? I don't think he's won an MVP. I don't think he has.
He got one. I think he should have more than one.
Didn't he win it? The one he won. He threw
the 50
touchdowns.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I thought
he got one. I think he should have one of Rodgers' MVPs too.
There's only two. There's only two contenders right now. It's Mahomes and Burrow. That's it.
So y'all saying the injury hurt?
You gonna take Jalen Hurts out?
The injury hurts.
I think. I mean, I wouldn't say that if he wouldn't have got hurt, but I think because he got hurt, it might hurt it a little bit.
I mean,
yeah.
Let me counter that. Let me counter that real quick, Ben.
Okay.
Maybe it also shows that he's a little more valuable, and there's nothing against Gardner Minshew. I think Gardner did a great job, but what Gardner couldn't do is what Jalen could do, and that's extend plays, and they couldn't do that this past weekend.
And I'm pretty sure Jalen went through them 2 interceptions like that. So
yeah, because he would have been able to run and get away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm still leaning toward Jalen because of what he brings to Eagles. Like I said, it put any other quarterback. Like everybody said, just put Minshew back there. They're gonna be just like that. But I feel like they've had Minshew in the whole season. They'll be second in the NFC East, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Jalen deserves it, man. He just done so much for the Philadelphia Eagles. And where they were last year to now, I mean, come on.
Let me count on one more time.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Let me count on one more time.
Because
I gotta talk with I kind of gotta go with what T. Wright is saying, because if you look at what Kansas City is doing, Patrick Mahomes is everything. He is everything to them. He's throwing 2 or 3 touchdowns a game. If he's not throwing them, he's running them in. He is everything to that offense and to that team. So T. Wright got a big egg. I think he's gonna be Mahomes.
He's definitely the most valuable player in football. Mahomes is.
He is.
All right, I'll run a poll and see where everybody else think on VOL Instagram page. I don't have no problem with giving it to Mahomes. I mean, it's dynamic. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I just want to see somebody else, get the nod. Who has a
long as Aaron don't get it, I'm cool.
Yeah,
he'll get it this year.
When in doubt, give it to Aaron, huh?
Right, that's what it seems like.
All right, the Giants lose to the Vikings 27-24. T. Wright, are the Vikings legit or are they frauds?
Vikings are the Vikings.
That's a good one. That's a good
one. They look real good every year. I will say they coming out with some tough wins at a good time, but you really think if they see somebody like the Eagles or even the 49ers in the playoffs, they can get past them? I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Let's be honest. If the Giants had an offense, they would have won this game. If they had a little bit better quarterback, they would have won this game.
Well, Dan Jones had a good game now.
He had a good game, but He had a costly interception in the
He
fourth.
did.
That was terrible.
He did.
That was terrible. I think the score was like 13-17. It was or 16-17 maybe. It was something like that.
Yeah.
It was close. It was close, but it was costly. Flowers, do you see the Vikings having the first round exit in the playoffs?
You know what? Let me give you a stat real quick before I answer this question.
We love stats around here.
Yes, I'm gonna lay one on you. This year, Kirk Cousins is 11-0 in one possession games. 11-0.
Wow.
So, what does that
Clutch.
tell us? If Captain Clutch got his bling on and it's a one possession game, they might get out the first round. What are they right now? What, a 2 seed?
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, they're 12-3.
Okay, so they would play somebody like the Giants or the Commanders. I can see them winning that game. At home.
Commanders, that might be
I don't
snake bite right there.
It might, but I just don't see it. And you got to worry about the Packers too. But you know what? They play the Packers this week, don't they?
I don't have the schedule in front of me.
If I'm not mistaken,
yeah, we'll look it up for us. Yeah, we're gonna research that. But I don't know. I can see the Vikings. The Vikings. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't know, man. Cause
they'll win one.
The Giants. Yeah,
they'll win the first. They'll win the wild card game. Beyond that, Philly, Dallas, San Francisco. It's gonna be a tough one.
Better quarterback play. They're gonna have, hard time.
Yeah, they.
Well, it depends. It depends. I mean, if you get to Kirk Cousins, they're not going to do anything. But if you allow Kirk Cousins to sit back there and throw T.J. Hawkinson and Justin Jefferson and company, man, they're going to figure out a way to spoil some people. You have to be careful with these Vikings, man. And I said like I said, the Vikings are going to Viking, but this year they're winning one possession games. So you got to be careful.
You know what, Flowers? I never thought I'd hear two words together: Captain Clutch.
I know, right? Cousins. The triple C. The triple C right here.
Kurt is being clutch. I thought I'd never hear them words come out your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Man, you know why I'm mad at TJ Hawkinson, man.
Dude, you had him on your bench and you would be RC.
Dude, RC beat me by 3 in fantasy. I started Mark Andrews over Hawkinson.
Wow.
Mark Andrews got 7 points and Hawkinson got 35, bro.
Oh my
God. Lamar was not playing. Have you seen Huntley the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, but dude, Hawkinson, he has not got that ball that much.
Remember when he first got traded, he was balling. Then he slowed down. Then he had his couple weeks here and there, but I would just kept Hawkinson.
I should have.
Andrew Simeon, yeah. I don't get to my story though, Gatwood. I don't get to mine.
You lost this week. The best receiver in the league to y'all at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty clear cut.
Jettis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think of somebody that can top him, and it take me a while. Then yeah.
Man, that LSU team was crazy, bro.
Best ever.
Yeah.
Best college team.
I don't know y'all saw the Bengals game or not, but Chase had an incredible catch on the sideline. It was like a 25-yard throw. He and the corner was all over him, and he called just like that. Got both feet in. It was beautiful.
Them boys special.
Them boys are. Hey, speaking of the Bengals, that's who we have next. The Bengals beat the Patriots 22-18. All right, Gatwood, do you have any concerns about the Bengals? I know they lost Collins for the year.
I mean, that's a little concerning. I mean, he's a good right tackle, but I think they just got a little lazy at the end of the game. They started off with a big lead, and they got a little bit too conservative. Other than
Turnovers.
that, I don't really have much of a concern.
Turnovers. That will allow the Patriots to get back in the game. We saw a Chase fumble in the fourth, and we saw Joro throw a pick 6 in the third. So that's one is turnovers that got the Patriots in. It was nothing the Patriots did. Even though they could have won, got Stevenson gonna fumble at the goal line in the red zone, bro. I can't remember what the score at the moment, but if he would score, I knew they would won the game. Put it like that. So I don't know if I have any concerns about the Bengals except for O-line play since they lost Collins. But what you think, Flowers?
No concerns.
Yeah.
Dangerous team right here.
Dangerous when they hot. All right, Lions. Yeah, that's in the game. Lions lose to the Panthers 37-23. T. Wright, should the Panthers just stick with Sam Darnold going into next year?
They might as well. But I really want to see damn, I forget his name from Ole Miss.
Oh, Matt Corral.
Yeah, I really want to see him get on the field. He's a talent, man, for real. But
so
Matt Corral, they've been winning games with Matt Corral.
I know. Yeah. So what do the Panthers need to do going into the offseason? Because their quarterback play is questionable, but when they have a great running game and a great defense, they can still win games. What y'all think the Panthers should go in what direction?
Is Darnold a free agent?
I think he only signed 2
will
years.
be.
Yeah.
I think he will be.
You got to move on from him. Go get Gardner Minshew, and then see what you got. Matt Corral.
That's a pretty decent plan. That's a pretty A-OK plan there, Gatwood. Genium Gatwood.
I think Gardner Minshew needs to get a shot somewhere.
Yeah, he's not terrible. I was kind of upset when the Jaguars just let him go like that.
He took them to the AFC Championship, didn't he?
No, that was
he took them to the playoffs. I think they ain't going to the playoffs. They had
Minshew won some games in Jacksonville.
Y'all see Minshew's career stats are he has 40-something touchdowns and only 13 interceptions.
Yeah, he didn't turn the ball over a lot.
He's not. He's a solid quarterback.
Yeah.
I forgot in my notes I had this label as the battle of the mid, and Jared Goff keep proving that it's mid. I don't know what else
blaming Jared Goff.
I don't blame Jared Goff every chance I get.
That wasn't Jared Goff's fault, man. Did you see the game he had?
Yes, he didn't get the offense going though.
How can he get it going when it's sitting on the sideline because the Panthers rushed for over 300 yards? Come on, man.
Man, I was just saying, when he did have the time to get on the field, they couldn't really move the ball that well.
But they had 2 guys get over 120, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
They had over 200 yards at half.
That is insane.
I was watching the game, bro. I watched that game.
Jared Goff got to make do with his opportunities.
Look, I will not let you slander Jared Goff on
that. He had 355 and 3 touchdowns, though, man.
What 355 equals, though? What? How many points?
They got 23 points, but Ben.
23 points.
The Panthers rushed for 10. They didn't start scoring. 10 yards a carry. What is he gonna do?
He better get out there and play some defense.
Ben want to be middle linebacker.
Better go create some interceptions, Jared Goff.
Jared Goff was not the reason they lost that game.
But it's a reason.
Definitely not the reason.
But he is not. You cannot move. I don't know. The Lions Lions with Jared Goff either way. I'm sorry. I'm not.
They need to build that. They need to work on that defense. That's obvious now. They know they can score.
Man, I hate to say it, Coach Glenn. I don't know, bro. You came from the same coaching tree, but dang.
Man, get Coach Glenn some talent. Stop playing with that man. Get that man some talent.
Your talent can be giving up that many rushing yards.
They ain't got none. He got Hudson and who else?
Some guys, some dudes.
Exactly.
Did they really try to stack the box though?
Name one of their linebackers, Ben.
For the Panthers? Burns.
No.
Detroit. Oh, Detroit. Smith.
John Doe. You don't know.
I mean, Martinez from the Packers. There we go.
Bro, he got cut 4 times.
Yeah, I'm sure. I seen some. What you say?
What they got? He cut 4 times before he went there.
But he's on the squad though. No, he ain't get cut 4 times. Green Bay just didn't want to pay him that money. So that's
Detroit might have 2. They might have 2 viable defensive players in their 11-man unit, maybe.
Okuda
and Hudson.
And that's
Hudson.
it. And Martinez.
And Hudson's a rookie.
They got
Come on,
Anzalone
man.
over there too, Ben.
Oh yeah, Azzaloni, another Saints player. There we go, T.
Yeah.
Right?
Is
Thanks a lot, there,
he's
bro.
not in New Orleans, is he?
Nah, he
He's a
can't
special
cover.
teams player, play on defense.
Nah, he can't
Come
cover,
on,
but he
man.
good in run support. I guess not that
It
game though.
wasn't good Sunday.
For real.
Hey, he got long hair, man. Come on, man. When you have long hair, you supposed to be flying all around the field,
Didn't
trading
happen
tackles
Sunday.
and turnovers.
It didn't happen Saturday, boss.
So the line's not out yet, I don't believe.
No, but that hurt them. I feel like that hurt them dramatically in a sense.
Yeah.
Let me just check that schedule.
If the Packers
they
went
gonna
out,
lose.
Packers went out. They're in the playoffs. They said.
Mm-hmm.
How the Packers win? I don't even remember them winning that many games.
They're 7-8.
They're
Just like the
7-8. No.
They snuck in. They
You
was
know
on
what's
the radar.
not fair? Not fair that if you don't win. Like, let's say you have a really good division, and somebody like the Bucks, they win their division, so they get a home playoff game automatically, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the wild card team, if somebody that they play, has a better record than them, I do not
Yeah.
think that's fair at all. I
How?
hate that.
That's the point of divisions. You gotta reward the person who win the division. That's why they say division games matter more than anything. If you
When
lose
you're
against
division.
another division team, that's fine, but you have to win your division.
What if Brady get here and get home playoff game, and he get to the Super Bowl some kind of janky way? Y'all gonna be mad.
I am gonna be mad. You're right.
I ain't
Oh,
worried
y'all
about
mad.
Tom.
Everybody gonna be mad.
I
Not me.
am. I'm gonna
See?
be furious. You're right.
I mean, I hate to bring up bad memories, but you remember when Seattle had that home game, the Beastquake?
Yes, dude.
They were like
They-
7-9
they-
that year.
They were under
like
500.
7-9 that year.
Beastquake.
Matt Hasselbeck, bro.
It turns my stomach every time they try to sew that run every chance they get on bro. It turns my stomach, bro. I can't watch.
Man, you like you was finna throw up, bro.
You know what's so funny? You know where I was when I watched that game?
You remember where you were?
I was pissed because my manager asked me what was wrong. You want to say no customers got help that day? I was at Radio Shack on a Saturday when that happened.
Ooh, that's so
I was
funny.
standing in front of the big screen
Oh,
watching
man.
it. I couldn't control myself. I was like, boy, they been glad I don't have no money. I would have tore up their whole store.
Ben would have broke that big screen at Radio Shack.
Hey, let's say no customers got here. They're like, hey, can you tell us where the battery's at? I'm like, they over there. I kept watching.
Ben, you're telling me you saw the Beastquake play
Dude,
at Radio Shack?
At work. I was standing
That's
right
rough. That's rough.
Dude, I was pissed. My manager like, you need to go on break.
Oh.
I'm like, nah, I need
know
to
Ben-
stay
I walked off after he broke like the fourth tackle. Yeah, I was like,
I couldn't believe it.
I know Ben was like, come on, y'all tackle.
Man, it was one on solid. You know, when you so mad, you just
he
silent.
just be quiet. Ben just be quiet when he be mad.
Flowers know how I am. I'm fuming.
This
You
blank
see
stare in
smoke.
his face.
You know how the cartoons, you see smoke coming from my
This
head.
blank stare. I'd be like, bro, you good, bro?
My wife said I can't be around you when you like this. She said when you watch them Saints games, she's like, and they lose. She said I can't be around you. I'm like, man, I need to go therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go to therapy. Got it. My wife said they got too much control of your life. I like, yes, they do.
Ben, you got to learn when to emotionally check out.
I can't, bro. Like
I'm
it's
the
like
same
even
way.
though we sorry this year,
No,
I
you
was
can
still
love 'em.
mad.
No, you can be mad, but just don't like me. Like me,
Yeah.
for example. Like I say, I emotionally checked out about a month ago. So it doesn't
So pain won't
burn
hurt.
me as much.
It don't hurt.
So it doesn't burn me as much. I'm just disappointed more than upset. And then
That
Yeah,
sound like
I
a toxic
understand.
relationship.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Hey,
very
you got guard the heart.
That's how I
You
am.
break my heart.
That's
What
how
was that
I am
song?
with the Rockets. The Rockets suck, and I accepted that they suck. So like, I don't emotionally get attached. I was like, hey, let's just tank for the number 1 pick.
Oh my goodness. No, that wasn't Ush. I think it was Sierra talking about sleeping with a broken heart. Guys, the Saints sent me to bed a lot of times with a broken heart.
In the
That's
worst
all
way.
right.
In the worst way. All right. The Ravens beat the Falcons 17-9. Are the Ravens gonna be running one and done in the playoffs? Anybody can answer this.
Yeah, I think so. And I know they're winning these short and close games, but I'm just under the impression that even if Lamar Jackson comes back, who is he throwing it to? I'm going to be forever stuck on that until they get that man somebody, if they want him to stay in Baltimore. And I just feel like we're being cheated from seeing the true 100% talent of Lamar Jackson because he doesn't have what he needs around him. So I'm just stuck with that.
And what's so crazy is we know the Ravens not gonna let this man go. They're gonna franchise tag him. Like I ain't thinking about them franchise tagging him, but they gonna franchise tag him.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
It's a cold NFL, man. They not gonna let you leave. It don't matter if you're not happy with them or anything like that. They not gonna let you walk away.
They have a chance. I think the collective bargaining deal is coming up. So do they?
Yeah, they need to address that.
Negotiate it. Are they gonna address it? I mean.
They need to. I think having you can franchise a player twice is absurd.
I'm trying to figure how long are they locked into that bargaining deal? They might have to wait about 5 more years. I'm thinking about the NBA one. I'm thinking about the NBA one that's coming up.
But do y'all agree? Do y'all agree 2 franchise tags in a row is crazy?
It is. One is enough.
I think it should be 1. Yeah, 1's enough.
Yeah, it shouldn't. If y'all can't reconcile your relationship in a year with a franchise tag, then he don't need to be back with year 2. And then, like, what about a major injury happen? Then that's it.
They don't want to pay him.
Then you could, or your career is going down the drain. So, I think I'm not liking the Ravens, man. I thought their secondary gonna be a beast, but they give a chunk plays too, just like Dallas. All right. I wish RC was here to talk about his 49ers, but they beat the Commanders 37-20. I'll let Flowers fill in for RC. Go ahead and tell us about the 49ers.
I'm going to try my best. Well, this is what the 49ers, 7th, 8th game in a row they've won. I want to say. RC, forgive me if I'm misquoting that, but just short on, I'm going to be short with this. And they handled Washington pretty well. At the beginning of the year, I knew San Francisco was good. You know, meeting RC and all y'all, man. I've just grown to follow San Francisco as the year has gone by. And I see now that they're a dangerous team, even with Brock Purdy. And I'm quite sure people, Brock Purdy hadn't been in the playoffs, this and that. But when you have somebody like Shanahan, in a sense, that can guide this young man, and he has all these weapons around him. They have a star on each level. I keep saying that each week I talk about the 49ers. You got McCaffrey, you got Kittle, Deebo will be back. Still got Brandon Ayuk. You got all these different talents, great offensive line. Purdy played 4 years in college, so I don't think the moment is too big for him. He played in the Big 12. He played in the 100,000 seats in Texas Stadium, in Texas Memorial, and down there. So I don't think the moment is too big for him. I think when you have the right pieces around you, you're able to make throws. I think he makes throws that Garoppolo can't make. I mean, the kid's not really making mistakes. And I think he threw an interception, and that's fine. But overall, he's over 65% completion rating. I mean, he does everything that they need. I don't think he doesn't need to do too much. Just like Jimmy Garoppolo. There's no difference. So why would you pay Jimmy Garoppolo $25-30 million a year when you can ride this kid out for the next 3 or 4 years on a $600,000 contract? Keep putting pieces around them, keep adding, and just strengthen the bridge, because you have to keep people in. And I'm gonna switch to roster real quick. How good Taylor Heineke could have been if they would have kept him behind center, let him progress in the offseason with those wideouts in that offense. Think of how far along he could have been. Even though they pulled them for Wentz, and Wentz came in and played. Just think of how they stunted Taylor Heineke's growth. And Brock Purdy's the guy, ride with it.
That's what I don't like about the NFL. Like, man, they're so quick to flip over a quarterback, especially if they didn't spend like a ton of draft capital on him. I mean, if you see a competitor, that's what you want behind center, because them type of guys, They're gonna rally a team. They're gonna rally a defense. You know how pumped you get when you see a quarterback on fire that's giving it his all. Man, they're gonna play hard for you, point blank. And that's the Commander situation. It just the whole NFL situation too, where when quarterback don't do well or they average, they kind of want to just go away from them. But back to your Brock. 49ers and Jimmy G got this love-hate relationship. And it made tons of sense to let Jimmy G just walk, just let him go. But I still feel like they might still do something. Like, cause I feel like they drafted Trey Lance just because of how Jimmy G was playing. Then they saw how Trey Lance was playing. They're like, oh, let's still keep Jimmy G. We're not gonna let him go because of the QB situation. And I kind of feel like they might have the same attitude towards Brock. Yeah. Even though he's doing great, they're like, but if he sucks, then we're really gonna have Trey Lance and Brock. Then we're gonna be, back where we were.
I say you
at that point at that point it's like tomato. You're gonna be in the same situation regardless.
That's right.
Yeah, but they have this love-hate relationship.
Let them progress.
Those reports
Jimmy's successful there.
Yeah,
he's successful there. That's
I say you at this point you 100% let Jimmy G walk, because say you have Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. Guess what? Brock Purdy's been playing good, and if Trey Lance starts not playing good, you got Brock Purdy to back up.
But that's another question. That's another scenario you have though. Now you have another problem. You drafted Trey Lance high, but now you sticking with Brock for how long? And you got high.
Let me say something.
What you gonna do with Trey Lance now?
We don't know what Brock Purdy's ceiling is though.
Let me say something real quick.
You just lost.
Why not? Why not? Ben, you gotta look. If you make a mistake drafting a quarterback or whatever, do not be afraid to admit that you were wrong and move on.
That's the NFL problem. They narrow. That's the base. They just some of the NFL coaches. They narrow when they're wrong. Huh?
If they drafted Brock Purdy in the 7th round and he was a gem, you ride with it. You got to ride with the hot hand.
It's so easy to say though, but when your owner invests, is giving you all the reins to invest in his players, and they drafted Trey Lance. We never thought Trey Lance would go that high.
I don't think Shanahan wanted
Trey Lance, but
I think he wanted Mac Jones. I think Shanahan and them drafted, just because of the ability. But I think Shanahan, because if you think about it, Mac Jones is more of a Kyle Shanahan quarterback. Yeah, you gotta think about that.
So Brock Purdy is more of a Kyle Shanahan type guy.
He fits the bill. He looks just like Jimmy G.
So let me ask you this: so who pulled the strings and told them to get Trey Lance?
That's management. That's John Lynch.
John Lynch. I feel like this gonna fall on John Lynch's lap. Trey Lance,
get rid of him.
Brock,
get rid of him.
They can get it
simple.
It's just track record, guys.
If Brock Purdy makes a run in the playoffs, they're gonna trade Trey Lance.
Yes, they're gonna look like a genius because they got the man in the 7th round.
But then Taylor Heineke make a run too, and they almost beat Tom Brady in the playoffs. And what happened to him?
But
that's Washington's fault.
But that's what he was just saying.
That's what I'm saying
though. That's what I'm saying though. We saw it made logical sense to just rock with Brock. But if track record shows that coaches haven't been doing this, they haven't did.
You just said it. You just said it. Coaches. He got Kyle Shanahan.
So the GM, it's gonna fall on GM, right? GM make the calls.
That's fine. All I'm saying is, Ben, people got to get used to if you make a mistake, it's fine. You just have to move on from it. That's it.
But guess what?
Don't hold on to it too long because that's when it hurts you.
So
the GM obviously, he drafted the Brock Purdy in the 7th round too. So that's a gem right there. You just drafted in the 7th round.
But listen to this though.
Go ahead.
If reports came back if they're gonna retain Jimmy G, then why is everybody thinks that Brock Purdy gonna push Jimmy G out when they say they're gonna actually resign him, retain him? That's why I don't understand. I'm hearing different things, and I'm watching Brock Purdy play. Yes, he's playing good, but then you got Trey Lance. What you get for Trey Lance?
You get a late round pick, but you get the money off the books. I mean, but he's on a rookie deal.
Well, he's a rookie,
so it's not
though.
Really
he's a rookie deal.
It's not really
I
hurting.
know. The cap.
The money is all that matters.
Think about
if they lose in the first round, then
you will have a
they're
discussion.
They're gonna have a lot to talk about. I would just say
have a discussion.
What's the seed doing the playoff? If they lose in the first round, then we're gonna have a lot to talk about too.
I'll give you an example of what teams should do. Y'all remember when the Seahawks gave Matt Flynn that huge deal, and then they drafted Russell. They drafted Russell Wilson in the third round, but they still gave the starting job to Russell Wilson. That's what teams should do.
Yep.
Who
they should do?
Play
they should do, but the track record shows that they don't do that. They usually
Seattle got it right. San Francisco, we watching.
They usually do not do that. They usually stick to the guy that's been there the longest, and they ride it till the wheels fall off. So
can't do that.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting because we could see Trey Lance on the move.
Honestly, it's a good thing to have for the 49ers. That's
you
a good
keep
problem.
Trey Lance. You keep
Trey
because
Lance.
He's still a project. Yeah. Brock Purdy is proven. Especially if he wins a playoff game, there's no lead.
He's proven if he wins a playoff game. He proven if he wins.
That's what's going to happen. If they win the playoff game, if they make it to the NFC Championship, they're going to keep Purdy. They're going to get rid of Jimmy G. Worst case scenario, they just bring somebody else in, but it's not going to be Jimmy G. It'll be Tom Brady before Jimmy G. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Let it ride out.
All right. The Eagles lose to the Cowboys 34-40. I seen reports. Well, not really reports. Just saw other podcasters. They called Jalen a fraud. T-Right, what are they talking about?
They call Jalen a fraud.
What?
I don't know what they talking about.
That sounds like a diehard Cowboy fan. I'm sorry, T.
I seen like 3 or 4 posts, so I just want to bring that up because if just in case other podcasters and people from other shows are listening, like, y'all clearly don't know nothing about football. If y'all calling
sound like a groupie, man. It's like a Dallas groupie that said that.
Yeah, like that sound like they trying to put Jalen hurt. They literally waiting for Jalen to fail or to somebody have a better game. Minshew did have a good game, man. If he didn't throw it to interception, but he did have a good game. They just trying to make a point, like, hey, anybody can come in that system and do something. Clearly not, because they lost to the Cowboys.
I'm gonna let T have his time first, and then I'm collaborate.
Y'all this though. It seemed like that they were missing an MVP caliber player on their offense.
Yes, T. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It didn't look right, huh? Minshew made the right throws, but it just didn't like.
It didn't look. It was. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't as good, but it was. That was my whole point of like the Mahomes and Jalen argument. Like, if you take Mahomes off, he's hurt. And it looks way, way worse than that did, in my opinion.
I agree.
That's my argument for Mahomes.
It just everybody just down on Jalen because I don't know why they don't like Jalen, to be honest. But the
haters, man.
Yeah. The thing is though, the turnover is what caused the Eagles the game.
Yeah, most definitely.
The defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. The Cowboys just having a trap meet up and down the field. Mm-hmm. It was a good game. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it.
Most definitely.
But dang, I want to see a little bit of defense especially from that Eagles defense.
3rd and 30.
Right.
3rd and 30. Who made that catch? Was it Noah?
The Ghost. That was the Ghost. That was T.Y. made that catch.
Oh, T-Right, yeah, down the sideline. That's right.
My boy T.Y. Shout out T.Y. baby.
I don't know why, because T.Y. only runs one route, and that's a goal route. So they should have saw that coming.
That's his best. He can run more than
that. Yeah, come back. After he run that beat, just come back.
teams better be scared of the Cowboys. They put up 40 on this defense.
I feel like the Eagles, if Jalen was in there, it would be more controlled. You know what I'm saying? Because the Eagles are known to slow down the tempo and have a pound and ground game, but it was just kind of all over the place. From what I saw,
give people short fields. Cannot give people short fields.
Minshew missed some key opportunities to make some big throws, but that's what I saw pretty much. So Flowers, Dak. Everybody still taking Tua over Dak? What they saying now, Flowers?
It looking like Dak just a stronger guy, man. Tua can't stand up in the wind. He getting knocked down. Plain and simple. You
What they
touch
say?
him. Oh man, you touch
You just
Tua,
breathe
man.
on him. If you just breathe on, you got a concussion, huh?
I feel sorry for the young man because like every time he gets hit, his head. I don't know. He needs to learn how to hold his head up when he gets hit.
You know how newborns had a little neck comfort thing,
He
so
need a neck collar or something.
They stabilize the neck. He need one of those.
So we're not doing
this.
It's always been.
You know how the baby head be all over. They need one on neck.
Cancer, bro. Get us so cancer.
I'm just saying, man. We gotta protect this man at all costs.
No, I mean I think that argument is over in a sense, man. Dak has been looking great ever since he got back from the injury.
I think it's time for him. It just took time for him. That's all. I don't like the Cowboys, but I believe in Dak.
Was this the best game Dak played?
I'll say yes.
This might have been his best game.
The whole year. I'll say the whole year.
Ever.
He made big throws.
I'm saying his career.
Yeah. Because he made some key third down throws.
Yes. Just the big time throws. Yes. This might have been his best game making big time throws.
The only game I think he could say he played better than that was when they lost to the Packers in the playoffs.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers.
That was his rookie year.
Yeah. That's the only game I can think of if he played better than him.
So, Cowboy, I still don't know yet.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, you can.
Look, it's like the Cowboy fans were just waiting. I mean, and they got by, and I think they need to understand, Cowboy fans, y'all got by because of a fumble. And still, with everything that happened in those last 5 minutes, Gardner Minshew still had a chance to beat y'all. Still. Mm-hmm. But Cowboys, they can make it to the Super Bowl. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The question is, you cannot give up 34. Mm-hmm. When Jalen Hurts comes back, I mean, I don't think the Cowboys are better than the Eagles. I might sound like a hater, but I feel like I'm being real because, like we're saying, if Jalen Hurts is playing, the pressure that they got on Gardner Minshew, they're not getting on Jalen Hurts. He's going to run away and evade it. They're not getting that pressure they got on Minshew. That's just how I feel. Mm-hmm. Even though Minshew put up 355 yards, that was a steak.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, steak and potatoes. He can run. He gives you both. You got to understand that.
Like I said, he give you the ground and pound game. So that's very important. And we're going to – hopefully he don't play against the Saints. I hope they sit all starters this coming up Sunday. Because they hurt. Let's be honest. They hurt.
They hurt.
They need to get rest up for the playoffs.
They lost Lane Johnson for a few weeks.
Ooh.
That's real.
So they definitely need rest starters. They need rest.
Well, they need to win one more game to clinch home field.
Hold on, what's the Cowboys are 11-4? What the crap?
Yes, they're 11-4.
That's a sneaky 11-4.
But they're locked in the 5th seed though.
I see.
And they would have to go back. They probably would have to go back to Philly.
And they don't want that because it's gonna be cold, freezing. We also, I remember I saw one Cowboys game. They were playing against the Bears, and half of the team was still in the locker room. They weren't even warming up. So I already know. I said, "Yeah, the Cowboys, they lost the game." When you're not warming up and you just sitting inside, nah, dog, you're not ready.
So what they split the games, huh?
They're split.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
scary.
Let's move on to the Raiders and Steelers. The Steelers beat the Raiders 13-10. I don't want to talk about the game. I want to talk about Josh Jacobs. He came out and ripped the game plan, and he basically said he tired of this stuff, man. He tired of the play calling, tired of everything.
They too talented to be losing like this, man.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said when things work and we go away from it, then everything go to crap. He was cussing a lot, so I'm not gonna read the comments. I'll be basically everywhere. I'll be like beat.
Is he being honest? I mean, is he being 100%?
He said,
honest?
yeah, he ripping the game plan. He is. He really is.
Is he gonna rip Derek Carr in the process?
No, he said the passing game. He
Ooh,
didn't
speak on
blame
it.
nothing on Derek Carr. He was just ripping the game plan.
No,
I
I'm
pretty
just
much
saying.
agree. The game
I'm just
plan be
saying.
poo. I have to agree.
Come on now.
Yes, Derek Carr, he throws dumb passes. Like,
My
I don't know.
That's what I'm getting to right there.
Yes, he did. He threw
16
some
for
dumb
30
passes
with
in
3
the game.
picks, bro.
Terrible
Yes, he threw some dumb passes. Yes, I agree.
It's crazy.
But I don't know if it's I don't know. I don't know if you don't feel comfortable with the play calling. It seemed like he's forcing stuff when there's nothing not there. I don't know. I haven't really.
It's half and half, but I think I can't. I like Derek Carr. I like the man that he is. I like the quarterback Derek Carr too, but he's just showing me this year that it might just be time for him to go.
Yeah, you can't be
He's
crying.
making too many bad throws.
Can't be crying at prayer conference and throwing interceptions on Sundays. That's all I'm saying. We still love you, Derek Carr. I mean, you gotta lead by example. That's what he's talking about, man.
He might just need a fresh start.
He's not leading by example right now.
He coming to the Colts next year. Watch, Flowers.
Nah. He said we love you, Derek Carr, but no.
Look, we've had enough of signing people that's been somewhere. Let's draft a youngster.
Fred,
You've had enough. You've had enough veterans, huh?
No more hand-me-downs, huh? No more hand-me-downs on Flowers.
No, got a hole in the socks.
I want my own J's. All right. So let's go on to the Packers and the Dolphins. Packers beat the Dolphins 26-20. I want to talk about the Packers. So do y'all see them in the playoffs right now? Gatwood, let me ask you, do you see them in the playoffs?
I mean, I'm pretty sure what I saw is if they went out, they're in the playoffs. And if they do get in, I mean, I think they could be a sneaky team. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to face them. If they win the last two, they're hot coming into the playoffs. I wouldn't want to see them.
So let's look at their last two games. They have Minnesota and Detroit. I see them losing one of those games.
Where's the Minnesota game?
Minnesota is at
Green
Minnesota.
Bay. Oh, is that Minnesota?
Yep.
Ooh.
Nope. I'm wrong.
It's at Green Bay.
Minnesota got to go to Green Bay.
Ooh.
They'll beat
them. The last two games are home games for Green Bay.
Ooh. Can you trust the Lions? Like after what we've seen this past weekend,
nope.
I don't know if I can trust the Lions. I mean, we were rooting for them.
Because their play calling sucks. That's why.
But the thing about the Lions, they look really good one week, and then the next week they don't.
You can't pick them. You just can't pick them. Because I think all of us picked the Lions.
I mean, they were 6-1 in their last 7.
Yeah,
prior to us picking them this week.
We were bragging on them, and we were like, okay, we're gonna take the Lions this week. Nope.
See what happened when you talk good about folks, boy.
I know. They let you down. They
let you down
every time. Wrong. So let me change that. I said they're gonna lose one of them games. I think the Packers might win both. I didn't know both of them was in Lambeau. Then Lions beat Green Bay. No, they didn't. I'm thinking about something else.
Yeah, the Lions did beat Green Bay.
They did beat Green Bay, but it's in Lambeau. The only way the Lions gonna win this, they have to run the ball with Swift. They gotta get this dude the ball. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't get the ball more.
Yeah,
they want to give it to a third stringer. I can't remember the guy's name. He's been around a good minute.
Justin Jackson, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from Chargers.
Yeah,
like, come on, man. Like, what do y'all have against Swift? Send him to somewhere where he'll be useful. If y'all not gonna use him, let another team use him. The Bills can use him. Like, dang, even though James Cook came on, but they sent him to Buffalo. I just don't understand it, Flowers. What do you think? Oh, damn, I lost my train of thought. I'm talking about.
You want to talk about the Lions, or you want to talk about Green Bay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got stuck on Lions. Let's go back to Green Bay. Bump all that. I don't want to talk about Lions anymore. Green Bay.
Yes,
so the Packers win both of their. Let's say they win both of their games. Who would they have in the playoffs? Do you know? They'll be a wild card, right? They'll be
They would be a 7th
seventh
seed,
seed.
I would imagine. So
So
they
they
would have
would
to play the
play
2 seed.
Vikings.
Third time's a charm, maybe.
Mhm.
So if Green Bay beat the Vikings,
They'll
they split.
split.
And they
Then
got to go
have to
to
back to
Minnesota. Two at
I can
Minnesota.
see Green Bay winning, to be honest.
Yeah, I can see it.
I could
I can
also
see
see
it.
that.
Because it's gonna be throw for throw. I think this game gonna come down to who can make the best pass.
Kirk and
Well,
Aaron.
I don't. Well, not
The
just
Vikings
that.
defense suck. They suck. They gonna give up
The
big
Packers
plays.
defense not good either, though.
They not.
Let's be
But
real.
at least they got Alexander. At least they got competent corners.
They can't cover. They can't cover Jefferson. I'll tell you that now. They can't
Nobody
cover that.
can.
I mean, they're gonna bracket
There's
them.
not a single guy in the NFL that can guard Justin.
But this is what I'm saying. The Vikings, they don't play smart. They rely too much on Kurt, and they don't do nothing with Dalvin. Dalvin had an off year.
You get them at home, though, they're probably gonna win that game. If Minnesota's at home, they're gonna win that game. I think.
I wouldn't bet on it though. I wouldn't bet on it.
It's just like they barely beat the Giants. It's just
let me say this about Green Bay's wideouts real quick. I don't trust them. I wouldn't be comfortable with trusting in the playoffs. I wouldn't be comfortable with trusting them in the playoffs just because of the moment. It'll be new to them. It'll be a different speed.
Lazard, he had a couple of huge catches this past game. I mean, he's trustable in my opinion.
Honestly, though,
but hold on, let me ask y'all this.
I don't see Minnesota having that much of a home field advantage in a dome. I just really don't see it that much.
That feels outside, like the old Minnesota Stadium. Then I was like, yeah, but
Green Bay we used to that too, though.
Who did y'all know Mercedes Lewis still played?
Yeah,
I didn't. I thought the dude been retired.
Dude, he been with Green Bay for a couple years.
Yeah, he been with Green Bay for a couple years, but the only her name was Robert Tonyan. I'm guessing he's injured. That's why Mercedes can't play.
That dude's had a great
Mercedes
year.
Are blocking tight end more now too.
Great career,
I think
man.
He had 2 touchdowns.
17 years.
Man. So this is crazy scenario. If Green Bay get in, we could see a Green Bay and Minnesota game.
Are we ready to call them consistent though? Let's be real here. Miami gave that game away. Let's be real here now. Miami gave that game away. Tua
had some terrible throws
and allowed Green Bay to hang around. But as you've seen, when Miami was on before the concussion and before the interceptions, they could not stop that firepower. So I'm not just sold on the consistency of Green Bay. Now I know that they can win out and possibly get in the playoffs and win a first round game. I just don't think they're consistent enough, and I don't think they run the ball enough too. Because I think that's their main strength.
Yeah,
I just don't think they do it enough.
That have been kind of strange. They've been getting away from Dylan. Dylan did have a couple catches this past
Aaron Jones
Saturday.
too.
I don't know. I don't know what's up with that.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's their.
I think it's 50-50. I think it's 50-50, to be honest. Because what we say about Captain Kirk. Well, I don't know. That's a good question.
We'll find out.
I might pick. I had to sleep on it and look at the stats. I had to look at the stats and see, percentages and all this type of crap.
Have the Vikings? They've already clinched the division.
Yeah, they clinched.
Yeah. So, do you think they'll be sitting this week?
I don't think it'd be wise.
No, because they still have a chance for the 1 seed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That means they get a bye.
Yeah.
So it's getting kind of crazy now, these last 2 games. All right, the Broncos, they ain't going to play.
Ooh.
I don't even know I want to call this a game, but
we can skip this one, bro.
I want to ask one question though. I just want to ask one question. The Rams beat the Broncos 51-14. T. Wright, is Baker the future for the Rams?
I like it, honestly. I'm a Baker fan. I just like Baker.
Yeah,
I'm
me
like
too.
somebody on this. No, you don't.
Yeah,
no, you don't. But yeah, I like it, man. Stafford, I think.
Let me get
I would
your
like
input.
to see Baker like a new face.
I mean, the Rams, they should just step away from Matthew Stafford. But I seen the report that Stafford was planning a comeback, which is stupid.
He's
like,
got that big contract, though.
But still, when would he? I'm pretty sure his wife is telling him, "Stay home."
You got one more. I mean, but like the thing is, though, he just won the Super Bowl last year. I mean, he's going to give it one more year.
But you don't know how serious that injury was. He already had a broken back a couple years ago in Detroit, and now this thing on his spinal cord. I forgot what's pressing against the spinal cord. Like, why would you want to take the chance after you had major back problems, like major back surgeries? So why would you want to do that? And the Rams O-line is trash. He gonna keep getting hit. They can't fix it.
If Stafford, if he retires right now, y'all say he's a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, that Super Bowl got
him in. I think he'll win the Super Bowl. Probably got him in.
Yeah, that Super Bowl got him in. T-Gat, Baker is the future for the Rams. Yes or no?
I don't see it.
Where's the quarterback coming from if you don't see it?
I think Stafford's going to be the quarterback week 1.
Okay, so that's what you're seeing. Okay. What about you, Flowers?
I think Mayfield would be wise to stick around under McVay because him and McVay mesh. I think McVay probably can bring the best out of Baker, so he'd be wise to stay. And, of course, I know Stafford's probably coming back. But, I mean, I don't think that's set in stone. And I don't think we can be confident enough to say that Matthew Stafford might even last a whole 17 games. So I think Baker Mayfield needs to hang around.
He'll be the backup at least next year, I think.
Yeah, I think he'll be a starter next year.
For the Rams?
Eventually.
Yes.
Eventually.
Yes.
Man, I like it. I love it.
The Bucks beat the Cardinals 19-16. Tom Brady crawled past the finish line. How y'all like the Bucks' chances of making the playoffs?
Look, I know we are so stuck on the Tom Brady is the GOAT logic and all that, but the Bucks are not a good football team. They're not a good football team, and I think we're just giving them a pass because of Tom Brady, and they're probably just out of the bunch in the South. They're a veteran bunch of the group. You know, they got Tom. They're proven winners. They won a Super Bowl a few years ago. So I think we're just leaning on that last branch, that last olive branch. And if they were to get in, I guess it would just depend on who they play. They would have to play Dallas. They would have to play Dallas.
They would lose. Because let me tell you why. Because they don't know who their running back, their RB1 is. First of all, they want to use White. Then they're like, oh, let's give Fournette the ball. Or they want to get away from the running game. Their O-line sucks. And that's what Dallas love when they just can send the NASCAR package out there and just get after them. And that's a bad potion for the Bucks.
I'm not going to count out Tom Brady, but I do. No, listen.
Of course, you're not going to count Tom
Brady.
But 1, 2, 3.
Listen, but I agree with Flowers though. They're horrible. Like watching their games, it's the most boring football I've watched in a long time. Like
because Tom Brady don't turn it on until late in the fourth.
Nobody on their team respects Todd Bowles. Their play calling is vanilla. Like it's horrible. Like I don't know, man. Bruce Arians might have meant more to that team than they thought.
So what did they say about Brian Leftwich?
I mean, he's the one who's been calling the plays. Like he called, but I don't know. Their problem is I don't know what Todd Bowles. I saw like a after the game there was in the locker room he was talking to the team, and nobody even looked like they cared about Todd Bowles. Like he had no motivation. I don't know. They just don't like that any motivation.
He's kind of a soft-spoken man, to be honest.
He's different than Bruce Arians.
I don't think they like Bowles. I think the same thing. Yeah, I don't think they like Todd Bowles. Oh, of course. Yeah, great coach.
Good DC.
Yeah, but I don't know where the Buccaneers gonna go with the coaching staff next year. Especially if Tom Brady leaves, then I feel like they're gonna blow it up. And people
not that they blow it up.
They have good young guys. Like they still have Godwin and Evans. They still have on defense. They have Winfield. They have Devin White. I mean,
don't say none of them corners. Don't say none of them corners.
Their front seven is.
Don't say Davis or Dean.
The front seven.
Jimmy Dean stay getting cooked on the skillet. That's
all right. Jimmy Dean.
Yeah. We be having this Saturday morning.
Jimmy Dean
on a skillet, bro.
We stay cooking that man, bro.
That's a biscuit, bro.
No, they make sausages too, I think.
Links and sausages.
Yeah, give me 2 of them, please. I just don't like them 2 corn quarters, especially when you start talking smack to MT. Like, bro, you getting help,
Bro,
so,
don't even talk about MT, bro.
man. Don't worry, he'll be back.
You said that
Back
last week.
where?
I'm back on the Saints, man. Don't
Back
worry.
at the
We
house.
just injured.
That
The
was
Saints, look, we're gonna fire our medical staff because they suck. They can't diagnose stuff right. Our players
He said
always
fire
hurt.
the
Like,
whole staff.
man, like, come on, like, y'all ever heard of like nutritional stuff? Like, how you heard of Herbalife or something? I don't know.
Herbalife.
Dang.
Herbalife. Now,
Michael-
come on, man.
Michael Thomas played
Dang.
made about $50 million to play 4 games the past 2 years.
Yep. Michael Thomas got paid
but
and he
whose fault
disappeared.
was that though? The
Sean.
Saints medical staff.
Sean
They
Payton
diagnosed
fault.
him wrong.
It was
Yeah,
Sean
well,
Payton's
yeah.
fault, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Sean Payton's fault.
That's
Oh,
true.
Because he left him in there when y'all blowing out the Bucks. You left him in there when y'all blowing out the Bucks, trying to make an example, and he got hurt.
That's true. That's Sean Payton for you. You don't know when to quit. You don't know
Showing
when
that,
to
showing that juicy
gas.
fruit too hard.
Yeah. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna show y'all some. I'm proving the point out here." The Chargers beat the Colts 20-3. Don't let Flowers take this over.
Ain't much to talk about.
The defense played good.
Let me be brief. I feel like I just come on here. Like I said, I can just record myself saying the same thing each week. Nick Foles, bad interceptions. Offensive line play is terrible. Derwin James, that was trash. That hit on Ashton Doolin was trash. The play prior to that, Pittman Jr. was getting the best of him and he ripped his helmet off. And I like Derwin James, but I lost some respect for him. And I hear people talking about, oh, that's old football and this and that. Look, I get it. We used to glorify hits 20 years ago. At the youngest. I remember ESPN had a segment called Jacked Up. Used to watch it every week.
Yeah, he got jacked up.
Yeah, used to love that segment.
Yeah,
but you know what? You start seeing CTE developments and the outcome of some things, and people commit suicide because of the hits they're taken to the head. And I look at Derwin James. I think he's a hell of an athlete. But man, you got to protect yourself, and you got to protect the people you're playing against. We don't care for one another. We can sit up here and talk about how violent football is and all of that. But you know what? He could have came in full speed, had his head on the outside shoulder, like they teach you how to tackle, and make a great form tackle instead of leading with the crown of his helmet. And then he's getting up. You knew he was concussed. He couldn't even stand up. He had trouble getting up himself. So just don't be reckless with your body. NFL players, high school players, whoever, take care of the man that you're playing against and yourself. You can be physical and dominant and do it the right way. That stuff doesn't need to be in the game. But back to the game, and like I say, it's a broken record. The defense looks great, but look, when you have three and out, interception, you can only do so much. Hats off to the defense for holding Justin Herbert and completing the 20 points. We're playing for Jefferson's spot. We're trying to move on up, of course. I do respect Jim Irsay, as y'all seen in the chat last night. I was saying I'm surprised he came out and talked before the game. So I do respect that fact of the matter that he bit the bullet, and took accountability. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what's going on. But in the Chargers universe, they're hot. They might be a dangerous team that you don't want to play in the playoffs. Herbert can make all the throws. The defense can get pressure. They have playmakers on both sides of the ball. So Chargers they might be a dark horse in a sense in a loaded AFC.
That's true. The only thing I don't like about the Chargers is their play calling.
That too. No, you know what I said. If they would have lost that game last night, I think Staley would have lost his job.
And I feel bad for Charger fans because if they make the playoffs, they stuck with Staley. They just straight up stuck. Burrow.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not, Ben. Maybe not. Because if they get there and it's a poor display, maybe they get enough sense to get the courage enough to move on from Staley.
To get shit on Payton.
No. Man, let me tell y'all this. Can y'all guess how many fantasy points Herbert gave me?
Not that many.
1 freaking point. 1 point, guys.
Great
Ben,
secondary, Ben.
You lost in fantasy this week, Ben?
Yes. Herbert gave me 1 point. I needed like 20 points from him. And he couldn't do it. 1 point. So I'm out, man. That's like, hey, Gatwood, we're going to rig it where we get top picks. Where we get number 4 and 5.
All right, Ben, let me get number 1. I'm taking Justin Jefferson.
My bad. I'm just playing. But Flowers, Gatwood, I believe he had the 10th pick and I had the 8th pick. But we still managed to make the playoffs, but still.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's a great year.
It's just so we won that money because third place get 30, second place get 60, and first place get 210.
Okay.
I got it.
You want to join in this year?
I might need to. Look, I retired. I haven't played in probably about 3 or 4 years.
Really?
I had to sit down for a minute, man. I think, matter of fact, the last fantasy league I was in was yours when I lost with the championship to you.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I think we played in the playoffs.
I know he ain't let you let that down.
No, I'm a very when it comes to Flower, we got very respectful competition between each other. Kyle, we go way back playing against different things. Yeah, so it's very respectful. We don't brag or all that type. So we just solid competition. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all the games. Let's dive into news and notes real quick. So we'll start off with Nathaniel Hackett getting fired. What y'all guys think about that? Like Broncos, they said get him out of here.
You know what? I guess it takes for you to get 51 dropped on you on national television on Christmas Day for you to realize you made a mistake. We knew it was coming.
What's so funny is Russell Wilson gave him 3 interceptions as the present. That sent him on his way. Yeah, sent him on his way.
Russell Wilson. Let me say this real quick. Russell Wilson. Even though Nathaniel Hackett is gone, I don't think Russell Wilson needs to. I think he needs to take some blame for this too. Because Brett Rypien cannot come in 2 games prior and the offense looks like somewhat of an offense. And then you return to the helm and it looks like what it did this past weekend.
Right. It just can't happen. And like I said, I don't think it's Russell Wilson. I don't think he dropped off that bad. I think it was just the whole the whole play calling and the scheme. I don't think it was just his style. It's just bad fit. So hopefully they bring in a guy that fits his type of quality of play. We all know Ronnie Hillman, the former Broncos running back, he died a couple days ago. So since we send our condolences to him and his family.
Yes, sir.
And then we had Franco Harris pass 2 days ago. So that was
a couple of days before before Judge was gonna be retired. So
I put together a little. We're gonna show the one of his famous plays, the Immaculate Reception. But I'm just show this little his picture / artwork is gonna be the podcast cover. So I'm just showed y'all what I made right here. So that's gonna be the.
That's a boss move. Boss move right there.
He deserves it. He's a pioneer for this game.
Go.
Yes, we're gonna show his famous play right here.
Last chance for the Steelers. Bradshaw trying to get away, and his pass is broken up by Tatum. Tipped off. Franco Harris has it. And he's over. What? Franco Harris grabbed the ball on a deflection. 5 seconds to go. He grabbed it with 5 seconds to go and scored.
What a
That
moment.
is beautiful.
Bro, people
That
are
is
jumping.
beautiful.
People are jumping out of the.
Yes.
out of the
I want to
seat.
live in that era. Cause I stay running on the field.
My goodness, that is beautiful.
Yeah,
Man.
people jumping. Man, what a play. I'll watch it some on NFL Network, and they're asking a whole bunch of young players about the immaculate reception. Half of them didn't know what it was. That's crazy to me.
Gen Z, that's all.
Like
I always get it confused with the other catch.
the Clark catch with John Montana.
Yeah.
That's against Dallas.
Yeah. What's so crazy is though, I don't know about the NFL players, the young NFL players, but when I was a kid, when I went outside, I was watching NFL films. Cause they show Jerry Rice and Dion, they show old games. I was just watching NFL films.
You know, when we was young, ESPN Classic used to be the thing for us.
Yes, that was another thing. ESPN Classic. That's crazy. They don't have that now.
They got rid of it.
Right.
I don't know why. I love NFL Classics. But yeah, we send our condolences to the Franco Harris family. That was a big loss. So
big loss.
Big.
You could feel the emotions.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, shout out to the Steelers players for wearing the jersey in the pregame while we're heading to the stadium. And then we had another big announcement. JJ Watt is retiring at the end of the season.
My boy.
So I put together a little something for JJ Watt. It's a little something. It's not the best, but here it is.
Now, JJ Watt being introduced to the crowd, and listen to the roar. Watt carrying the Texas flag.
This is 3rd and 2. Texans coming on the blitz. Manuel intercepted by Watt. And the big fella lumbering inside the 40. No one is going to catch Watt into the end zone for the pick six. 3rd down. 3rd and 12, and the ball's out. And recovered by Watt. He's on his feet. He was never touched down. Could he have his 3rd touchdown of the season? Yes, he does. J.J. Watt.
Fitzpatrick to the air. Wide open touchdown.
Again.
Batted down and intercepted. Intercepted by J.J. Watt.
That's a little something for JJ Watt.
I'm about to cry, man.
That man was all over.
Let Gatwood say some words first.
Yeah,
let me
go
follow
ahead,
behind
Gatwood.
since we used to be in the same division.
That's the best player in Texas history, for sure. Man, he growing up, man, he was my favorite player. And when I lived in Houston, he was, in his prime. The Houston was all about JJ Watt. That's all everybody talked about. He was the man. He was a great guy, not just on the field, but off the field in the community. Everybody loved JJ.
Awesome, yeah. He was just he was inspiration for a lot of players. Just his whole attitude, his whole demeanor. He was always positive. He always saw the best in things. So, gang gonna truly miss JJ, man. Dude was a beast.
One of the greatest players I ever seen in my life.
Same.
5-6 year span. One of the greatest NFL players I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
And if that was his last home game against the Cardinals, I don't know if y'all watched that Cardinals and Bucks game, but he was balling.
Yeah, he was.
Bucks. He had like 4 tackles for loss. He was in the backfield about every play.
Man, I hope he find coach. I don't know what he want to do, but I think coaching would be great for him. Cause he's been a mentor for a lot of young players.
Anything positive. JJ Watt is so positive. So anything he touches is going to be blessed, and he's highly favored. So I wish that man much success.
I agree.
All right. So the last news of the day: Pro Football Focus and some other outlets put this out. They said there is increasing chatter in the league circles about Sean Payton returning to the Saints, possibly with Tom Brady. So, to your right, you feel a little bubbles inside. You feel a little bubbly right now. Wait,
Make
oh,
my stomach.
oh.
Apologize.
Hold on, man. I got something. I got something for you. Oh, where my team? Yeah, we back, man.
Here
We
you
gonna
go,
be back.
man.
Let's turn this up. Yeah, we back. You coming home, Tyler? You coming home? All right. He coming
Bro,
home,
did that
Tyler.
you?
Can it happen first?
Yes, let me tell you why. Who gonna send a boatload of picks for Payton? First
Nobody.
round. Nobody.
Wouldn't be
Like,
wise to.
yeah, like, why? They're gonna set your team back and he want full control. He already have full control in New Orleans. When him and Loomis sit together in the draft room, he basically tell Loomis, hey, I want this guy. And Loomis go get that guy. That's how it works. So I'm trying to see what team or the Chargers gonna send the first round picks. We don't want a first round pick for them because it's gonna be kind of in the back of the draft. Who else we have? Cardinals? Do they even have a first round?
Let me stop you right there. The only team that's going to trade for Sean Payton will be the Chargers. Why? Because they're setting quarterback. So,
but we had to accept the trade though.
I know, but okay, the Chargers send y'all this year and next year's first round pick. Would you take it?
Depending on where they're picking. But yeah, pretty much because they give us
Well,
if
they make the playoffs, they'll be 21, depending on if they win.
We need a top 15. God, we need a quarterback.
Wait,
who's going to be in the hooker?
Y'all don't have y'all's first round pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So, yeah. Mm-mm. So, I don't like picking in the back end because all the good quarterbacks are going.
You got to think about this, too. The way y'all season shaping up, and especially if y'all win another game, y'all will be picking 10 through 15.
Well, we don't have a first round.
That's if. I'm saying if you had that pick.
Yeah.
So, what would be the difference in you being mid to having a 21 to 24 pick?
Well, that's 6 spots. That's about 6 spots. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't see a team, especially why would the Chargers? They're about to make the playoffs. Why would they just basically not destroy their franchise, but send picks where they need to actually fix that roster real. And
they might
I don't know. It's a lot.
They might be Sean Payton away from making a run, though. I mean, they got a good defense.
They had to fix their defense. No, their defense have been let down this whole year.
Well, think about Denver before the collapse. Think about Denver before the collapse. Let's say when we didn't know what we knew now, we were comfortable with Denver sending pretty much eight players over for one player.
Okay.
We were comfortable with that because, I mean, you had people saying, you know what? It was your favorite person that said this, and I remember this now.
Who?
Colin Cowherd. Let me tell you what Colin said last year around this time. He said that he wouldn't mind trading the first round picks of the Broncos until Russell Wilson retired, just to get them.
Jeez,
that's too much.
That's too much. So, what y'all think about the reports of Sean Payton coming back to New Orleans? But I heard that Vic Fangio, he recruiting Vic Fangio. So I don't. Are they not planning on keeping Dennis Allen? If they fire Dennis Allen, but what y'all think about Tom Brady potentially going to New Orleans with Sean?
I mean, it makes sense.
If it played out like that, because they'll give us another year or so to find a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real here. Sean's too smart to be in the booth. He's too smart to be in the booth. Like you can tell he wants to be back coaching. So why not go back to where you're comfortable, where you have control? And like you said,
it's not a bad team.
It's not a bad team. And like you said, you got somebody like Tom Brady that I think I heard come out today saying he wouldn't retire.
Yeah, he did.
So it's setting up. It's setting up for it, man. So you know what? I agree with. I can see that. I definitely see that. I take back everything I said about the Chargers trading picks for Sean Payton.
Because let's also look at this. The NFC South. Sean Payton come back. We get a capable quarterback. We literally the best team in the division.
Oh, no doubt.
Like we should have beat the Bucks twice, but Winston he came over with the turnover machine. Then Andy Dalton, our defense gave up in the fourth. Bad play calling. So why would you go back to NC South and automatically run that division? There's nobody there to stop you.
Tom Brady's done that for 20 years.
Yeah, maybe Carolina, but maybe.
But like you say, you put Tom with the Saints. It's a valuable team. I can't disagree.
So hey,
What about after that though?
what about after what?
How long we gonna have Tom?
After he played.
Oh, so I'll think about this too. What about the Saints trade for Zach Wilson? Let's say we sign Tom and we trade for Zach.
You're in a bad position, bro.
Y'all don't
Why
think
you
that'll
want Zach
work?
Wilson, bro? Why you want Zach Wilson?
Because
You don't want him.
he had a tool. He just needed a quarterback
What
coach.
tool?
He needed a quarterback
Man.
guru.
Have you heard
You
the
wanna
way
know why?
everybody been talking about him?
Yes.
It doesn't matter. Gino,
You wanna
he's
know why
still
he's my
playing
dud of the
terribly. He
week?
got a new contract.
You want to know why Zach's my dud of the week? Let me tell you why. Yes, spoiler alert, people.
I gonna leave my
Zach
boy Zach
Wilson
alone,
is my
man.
dud of the week.
He's trash.
Bro, you cannot have the third string quarterback coming in the game, making better throws and look more poised than you.
Fourth
You
string.
cannot have that. The fourth string, yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're right. The fourth string guy. Well, I'm sure I am giving the man a short stick on the leash. The fourth string quarterback come in and look better than you, man. You cannot have that. And maybe his confidence is gone because everybody up there had the
I
white
mean,
shirts on.
how,
and
Flowers, tell
everything
me how
else.
your confidence be. You keep getting pulled every time you make a mistake.
I get what you're
But
saying,
he had his
but
chances though.
I
He
mean, but
played
look,
terrible.
no.
He played
What
terrible.
offense?
bro.
Last year they didn't have nothing. They didn't have nothing in place. No offense or nothing. So he got bad habits. He has bad
that's
habits
fine.
that need to be corrected.
Where has he gotten better between then and now?
I don't know how that good. Let's look at the stats from last year.
Don't mind the
So you're in
stats.
trouble.
What do you see on the field? What do you see with your eyes?
I seen somebody not comfortable in the pocket. He don't have confidence in his own line.
That's a better team than last year, man. I mean, we see Mike White come in and Mike White's throwing for 250 yards plus a game.
And he had an interception when he did start. So I don't know. It just
The offense looks
I
better.
feel like the coaches don't have confidence in it. When you don't have nobody backing you up and always pulling you, you kind of like, oh crap, I don't want to mess up. I can't remember the other quarterback who was playing like that. He was young. I can't. Who was that?
You got to grow a set and show him.
Hmm?
You got to grow a set and show him.
Yeah. Thank you, Gad.
Okay. So
Can't be
show him. How you gonna show a coach? Remember what JJ Watt said? I'm bringing up JJ Watt. He was playing terribly. They pulled him. Then he was like, I'm already playing bad. I'm just playing like I want to play. Then he figured it out. I feel like the coaches don't want him to play like he want to play.
Okay.
Like
We know JJ Watt can do that. Zach Wilson hadn't been.
but I'm saying using an example that you gotta stick behind.
You said
your guys.
JJ Watt though.
But I'm talking about JJ Watt as a
A
rookie.
Hall of Famer.
As a rookie.
A
Not
Hall of
this
Famer.
JJ Watt. A rookie.
A Hall of Famer.
But you
Man, I ain't
cannot
gonna-
keep
it was-
pulling your quarterback.
How was JJ Watt in his second year?
He figured it out, but
All right, that's what I'm
he
saying.
figured it out
You see
on
my
his own.
point?
He said
You
he don't play it his way, not their way.
You see where I'm getting at? I'm just
RC,
saying.
what RC at Wine? He'll tell you about the coaches that what Robert Saleh is this is the second year, right?
Yes, he's a defensive coach. I agree with that. But you drafted Zach Wilson as a top 3 pick, so he's supposed to be
treat him like a
transcending.
top 3 pick.
Wait a minute. Yes, you're right. You're right. So Zach Wilson, with him being a top 3 pick, he should be able to elevate everybody around him.
Mike White
He should be a
and Joe
transcendent
Flacco.
talent.
Mike White and Joe Flacco play better than him. And
Yeah.
some
I'm looking at
random
like-
fourth string.
I'm looking at like the Jets. They was potentially gonna make the playoffs with Zach Wilson and him. Y'all wasn't like nobody was saying this when they were winning those games in the early beginning of the season.
A month ago, I told you the Jets were going to be done.
But I'm talking about the week 1 through 6 when they were screaming together to win.
That's fine.
That was
But
the
what?
Flacco.
But
all
7
all
through
of a sudden,
7 through
he's not
18,
even
what's
play
going on?
quarterback. I'm just saying, all of a sudden, so it got
Did people
something.
figure him out? Did people figure him out? So you saying the weeks 1 through 6, he was doing fine. So now there's week 15, 16. Everybody's figuring him out.
Coaches, I'm telling you, they don't
Even
have
when
his
they
back.
was winning
They don't
them
have his
games,
best
he
interest.
wasn't playing that great. Even when they was winning them
He
games,
was managing.
Look,
I mean,
look at
like I
who's
said,
behind him. Defense,
and
run
dog,
game. Brees Hall, when Brees Hall left, that's when the offense fell.
Zach Wilson always looks like a deer in the headlights.
No,
You
he
can look at
doesn't.
a
He look
quarterback.
like he's not sure his old line protection. I feel like he need time to study the game. Like, is it his fault they threw him in the fire? Like, these quarterbats don't need to start soon they get
He's the
drafted.
number 2 or 3 pick.
everybody gets.
That's what it's supposed to do.
Okay, answer this question. How do Trevor Lawrence now with Doug Pearson?
That's fine. We knew Urban Meyer was a jack. We
But
already
I'm
knew
saying
that.
though, who do Zach Wilson have in his ear? We heard Flacco say, "I'm not here to babysit. I'm here to win a job."
I get that, but you know what? He probably said that of how Zach Wilson carries himself. How does Zach Wilson act? Why would the whole offensive team wear Mike White shirts? Because they don't respect Zach.
And they lost too. I believe they lost that game too.
Yeah, they lost a close game to the Vikings. Does Zach Wilson have them in that game? I don't think so.
He bought more motorcycles. Where them things were.
That's I seen that.
He don't get my money back.
No, he needs to do that.
Ben is Ben's the only Zach Wilson fan in the world right now.
I think so.
No, I reading comments. Jet fans, they saying the same thing. They bashing this man. Like it's torn between Jet fans. They want to give him a chance, and some Jet fans like, nah, get rid of him. Like it just they don't have no offensive genius, man. It's just
you said last week he misses bad. You said last week.
Yes, I did. That could be corrected though. That can be corrected. Yeah.
He's like a 50% career thrower in his 2 years.
He wasn't like that in BYU.
Who was he playing?
You rather have him over?
Who does BYU
You rather have him
play?
over?
Who does BYU play?
It doesn't matter, Gatwood. We saw who did Josh Allen play in Wyoming? It doesn't matter.
That's a terrible.
You've seen the
comparison.
talent. That's a terrible comparison.
I'm putting that he played at Wyoming, so it doesn't matter.
Zach Wilson played with grown men at BYU.
And
he played with grown men at BYU.
But I'm saying, what did Rob saying? He is the same quarterback at BYU that competed 23 passes in a row. He
completed 23 passes where? At a showcase?
No. I was just saying.
That's why he got drafted so high.
If he had tools, why not?
Let me tell you why he got drafted so high, like Gatwood just said. We see him at his pro day. He's throwing the ball. He's rolling out, throwing the ball 60-70 yards down the field. Oh, people fell in love. Stop falling in love with somebody. Oh, he throws like Aaron Rodgers. That's what they said. Oh man, he throws it like Aaron Rodgers.
Well, guess what?
On, man.
He's gonna be backing up Tom. Let Tom Brady get hold of him and watch.
Tom Brady ain't got time for that. You see what he did to Garoppolo?
Got him out of there fast.
Man, y'all sleeping on Zach.
Tom Brady threatened.
When have I been wrong about quarterbacks? When have I been? I've been right about Jalen. What you about to say?
Let me tell y'all. If you want to know who the upcoming quarterbacks are going to be, you look at who beats Alabama: Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence. I'm telling y'all, if you watch college, you watch the teams that can beat Alabama. I'm telling you, that's SEC football. If you can beat SEC football,
Deshaun Watson was up and coming.
Dak Prescott hung with him at Mississippi State.
Yeah,
come on now.
If they could beat Alabama,
Watson. Yeah, he beat a lot of things too.
All right, bro.
He massaged a lot of things.
Yeah, my bad. He's the one where he massaged a lot of things. So yeah. It doesn't matter.
You're wrong, bro.
It's Ben, bro. It's always Ben, bro.
Hey, you notice he played better when the massage parlors are around. They didn't put some sleep in him. Oh, dang.
Hey, Ben would give his left nut for Deshaun to be in New Orleans.
Right now. He'll call himself Uno for the rest of his life.
Ben was so mad when that boy went to Atlanta and started talking.
Nah, I ain't want in when I heard Atlanta in discussion. I was like, this boy ain't smart.
You want him even more. Well, that'll be in discussion.
Like
you don't want him twice a year.
That's what I'm saying. Deshaun Watson made bad choices. You don't want that. If you choose Atlanta and Cleveland, if you choose Cleveland over New Orleans, you don't make good choices. That's all I gotta say. Cleveland, look, and we beat Cleveland. Look at that. Go figure. Let's get the studs and duds. Yeah, Tyler, go on wear your Saint stuff all year long, cause it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a party.
I'm 10 toes,
All right.
man, either way.
All right, Tyler, who your stud?
Who was my stud?
Kittle. It was Kittle, right?
Oh yeah, it was Kittle.
Wild man Kittle.
Bro, Ron, he's going to make those decisions and believe in it.
2nd down 9, the fake and the fire. It's Kittle getting a block downfield, and a good one it was by Jennings. He's in again. He cannot be stopped. 33-yard catch-and-run touchdown.
Yep.
You know what I'm gonna start calling him?
What?
I'm start calling Kittle Tarzan.
He's wild, man. That boy don't comb his beard or nothing. That boy wild. So, Flowers, who your stud?
Cam Akers, I gotta give a Mississippi man some love right here.
Yes. Get that Mississippi,
Yes,
get
sir.
that Mississippi boy some love.
Akers breaks outside. Wow. Stiff arm, end zone, touchdown.
Outstanding run there, Jim. You saw that. He was aggressively going downhill, then he turned the jets on.
Y'all saw that, right?
Beautiful.
Y'all saw it. He helped that cameraman up. That's Mississippi hospitality right there.
Yes, it is.
That's how we treat people in Mississippi. Ain't that right? To your right. Gat, who your stud?
I'm gonna continue with T. Wright, the week of the tight end, T.J. Hawkinson.
T.J. Hawkinson.
Playing this kind of defense tight here in the red zone.
Trying to do it again. Here comes a blitz by the Giants. Cousins to the end zone for Hawkinson. What a catch!
What a catch! That was a good catch. That was amazing right there. All right, my stud of the week is Mr. Dak Prescott.
3rd and goal. Prescott rolling, looking, firing. It is caught for the touchdown. Michael Gallup.
What a throw and what a catch.
Trying to use them feet again. It's good to see, Dakota.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, T. Wright, who your dud?
My dud was Dangerous.
Dangerous Wilson. Let's ride.
Guys there like Aaron Donald and Ramsey, but he's the vocal leader, and it's shown.
Wilson goes up top. Almost, might have been, it was picked. What a pick it was, too. That's Durant. Kobe Durant.
He used to
That
never
was
make
terrible.
He used to never make throws like that.
I say it's the scheme, but he come out and throw passes like that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it. I mean, Hackett deserves the boot, but Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson needs to be talked about too.
What's wrong with him? Like, I never seen him overthrow and throw in the bad coverage like that before.
That was a 5-man bracket on one wide out, so that was a zone, obviously, and he tries to fit it right in between 5 people. That's not a good decision.
That's terrible. All right, Flowers, who your dud?
Your boy, Zach Wilson.
Man, y'all start picking on him, man. I'll start telling y'all can't choose him for duds because he been on his show too many times. He's a regular occurrence, and I think it's time for him to take a break for being on the dud show. But let's see him.
You bunch 3 receivers to the right. Wilson back to throw. Clock is at all zeros, and that'll be picked off. So that'll look good on the stat sheet. Lloyd, he's going to lateral it. We've seen this all weekend long to Andre.
So they booing. Look, that's what I'm saying. He's just trying to throw the ball downfield. It's like going to the half. They booing him.
Wait a minute.
Come on, man. Like, why y'all booing him for?
You just said that the fans were taking up for him. I hear boos. That
Well, I'm saying in the comment section, like, well, I'm saying like exactly why y'all booing him when it's just the final play of the quarter of the half.
It wasn't just that throw though, Ben.
Don't even think it's just that one play, bro.
He think he's slick. He picked that.
He think he's slick.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, give this man time. I'm trying to tell y'all. Been right about Hurts and some other guys. All right, Gatwood, who your dud of the week?
Like I said, I've always been right all along. Tua.
It's looking that way.
What do you mean you've been right all along? He's been playing outstanding until all the injuries occurred.
Has he ever won a meaningful game in the NFL?
Has Watson?
Yeah, he's been to the playoffs. He's won a playoff game.
Okay, one playoff game. Ooh, wow. That's it. One more to it. All right. Y'all gonna stop doing this to these guys, bro. All right, here's Tua.
Dolphins trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Tagovailoa. Oh, that one's picked. Dueling interceptions. Jair Alexander. Punch, counter punch. Packer foot.
All right, he overthrew that one bad.
Okay, and Deshaun also led the league in passing yards.
Okay.
It's true.
Never mind.
MVP consideration.
He led the league. I mean, softball.
Don't do it, Ben. Don't do it, Ben. Don't do it.
Hater. They hate greatness.
I'm refraining from commenting anything besides related at this moment. I'm gonna let him slide for the moment.
He led the league in that too. Like, dang, bro, you go to massage ball after every game.
He's sore, bro. He's sore. He was carrying the Texans, bro. Give him a free.
That's 16 games.
Boy, be finna lose
17 games.
That boy got a great back.
It's strong back.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, my dud of the week is David Carr. I mean, his passes are looking like Tua's and Russell Wilson's just bad, bro.
Terrible towels waving everywhere from the 29, 36 seconds to go. Vegas has all their timeouts. Carr steps up over the middle. He's got Renfro, but he overshoots it, and it's intercepted by Sutton. Oh boy.
When he stepped in the pocket, it just didn't look right. He aired it too much. He put too much air on that.
Well, it's his feet for one. That was the problem.
Yeah. Oh, he sold that, man. It should have been more of a bullet type more than he kind of floated it out there too high.
Renfro is not Randy Moss. He's not gonna jump.
I know he floated that out there. I don't know why he didn't zip it. He didn't zip it. I guess. Well, I don't know if he had enough room to step up because
he was stepping up throwing it. He was stepping up throwing it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, on the right, he was running. He was actually running up throwing it. He got too anxious because he seen. I think he got too anxious because he seen Renfro running straight down the middle of the field, and he overthrew him. That's what I think.
That could, yeah. He got excited. Yeah. All right, so that's our duds and studs and duds of the week. All right, guys. Anything else y'all want to bring up before we end the show?
Yeah. What was the surprise you were telling us about?
Oh, that tribute I made for TJ Watt.
Okay.
I never do anything good for Gatwood, so I decided to do a little song. I'm always going to talk about Watson.
About time.
I just want to make sure you covered it.
You know what I'm saying? I like let me do something nice for Gatwood since
I appreciate that, man.
Hey, it's the holidays, bro. It's the holidays. I'm trying to start a new leaf into a new year. I'm trying to not crack as many jokes on these players, but we're gonna see how they go.
Yeah, we'll see how they go.
Tell Deshaun that.
Yeah, for real.
All right. I'll leave the Deshaun jokes in the past.
All right.
When 2023 hits, I'll leave Deshaun Watson jokes in the past. He's a new man.
I'll hold you to that. I'll hold you to that.
He's a new man.
Got to get some more jokes off in the next week. You got to get them all out of his system.
I'll leave it in the past because it seemed like Watson, he forgot about it. He moved on. So let's move on.
He got no choice but to forget about it.
Yeah.
Come on, Flowers. Come on. You're on my side here.
Even though the women,
I haven't thrown it in that game. I haven't thrown it in
he
there.
got no choice to leave it in the past. Oh man. So you don't need to hide your mom and your sister, your daughter.
Hide your oil.
Yeah. The baby magic.
Hide all the Johnson Johnson.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
Oh no! Oh yes.
Boy, better not ever come to practice time that he said.
Watson, bro. We Watson. If you ever hear this audio, bro, we just having a good time. We big fans. Well, I don't know. Never mind. You know what I'm saying? I can't say I'm a big fan because
Ben get me going, Deshaun. It's Ben's fault.
We support women
Watson.
on this pod, so we can't say we big fans.
Now, Watson, I'm a massive fan.
He is.
Hey, we respect women here at VOF. That's all.
Definitely.
That's our motto. That's our slogan.
we respect women.
VOF love the women.
Yeah, we love the women. So, so shout out to all the women out there.
Most definitely.
I'm not a Deshaun Watson supporter, so
I don't support what he did. How about that?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, let's clarify. We don't support what he did.
If
wherever it might be. Whatever that might be.
Wherever AB did, he didn't do. Don't just say that.
Oh, he did that.
He said he did that.
Hey, whatever that kills ABL, he did it.
He did that.
Hey, bro, I'm dead, bro.
So I guess that's why AB wanted to go to Cleveland. He wanted to go play with Deshaun.
He want to go let it all hang out.
It's time
Man, hang out, boys.
It's time to log off.
Hey, let it hang, boys. Sunflowers. We got the Yak boys. Got to let it hang out, boys.
Yeah, he wanted to plug.
Oh man,
he wanted to go play with the plug.
Yeah. He's like, we got all the good women over there.
Boy, y'all got
all the
Boy, you be real loose when you be out there throwing the football, boy.
Yeah, I heard you got the juice. Let's go. No, I heard you got the oil, boy. I heard you got the oil. Let's go.
I heard you
You
loose.
be looking loose out there. You don't be tight at all in your shoulders or nothing.
You want to cut this out, man. You want to cut this part
You got to
out.
cut this, bro. You got to edit that.
Please,
For real.
Oh,
All right, man. Nah, I think you two gonna let us post this. Well, we live on YouTube. So shout out to all the
Oh my God, we're live.
Yes, we live on YouTube. So I already have one strike. Came for another one.
Where you get a strike from?
Instagram.
I bet it was something he said. I bet it was something.
It was something I said.
Probably something about him talking about LeBron.
It was something I said. They gave me a strike. So I can't afford no more strikes.
Text it to me.
Put it in the group chat.
He said, "Yeah, I can't say it on a pod because apparently
Yeah,
they
put
said
it in the group chat.
that's how inciting violence." So
Wow. Oh yes, most definitely. Put this in the group chat. I gotta see this.
I was watching a Call of Duty clip and I shared something. I said I can't say on the podcast. I said I don't get a strike, but I'll just say it was a Call of Duty clip and I said something. And they say I was inciting violence. I'm like,
oh wow,
I
making
know,
terrorist threat, man.
No, it was just I don't know, man. They weird. They said my page was being in review and threatening to get deleted and all that type of jazz. I'm like, my first strike, bro. Yeah, like come on, man. So I don't know. I might have to edit this so we don't get a strike because apparently strikes are bad.
Okay. Well, you leave the edited version on Spotify so I can listen to it.
All right, guys. That's the end of the show. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all can catch us on most major social media platforms. The links will be in the show notes. We also have a merch store. Shop to your heart's content. Thank y'all for the love and support. We out of here.
Live, laugh, love, gentlemen.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
I'll let y'all.